Hi, this is Adam Holland and welcome to day 3 of your training. This video is actually going to go over what is a sales funnel. So if you can't read this, that's what that says, is what is a sales funnel. And if you're familiar with a funnel, if you went to college, you might be familiar with a funnel, your drinking days. A funnel always puts in like some kind of a liquid or whatever, and it funnels it from one area to a small, thin area. And the reason we can relate this to an internet business or a sales company or whatever it is you're actually going to have a bunch of traffic go to your website. And this is web traffic. So these are people basically going to your website. And what's going to happen is only a small percentage of those people, let's say down here, 20% of them, let's say, opt in. Now, what is opt in? The big thing, the one strategy that you're going to be using on a lot of your websites is something called a capture form. And in this case, when we build our websites, it's actually going to be a capture page. Now, what is a capture page? If you've got a website, and hopefully this is on camera, this is your website page. Like you saw on my website, there's probably a headline up here, there's a video, and then there was a form over here. Then the form said, fill out your name, fill out your email, and hit this little button over here, and we'll get you more information. And what that form does is it puts the person's name and email into an autoresponder. Now, an autoresponder I'm going to go over a little bit later in the training. It's just one way to automate your business. But what it allows us to do is it allows us to weed out the people that aren't interested in really what you're going over. There is only probably, let's say if 100 people come to the website, let's say 1,000 people go to the website, only 200 of those people, or less perhaps, again this number is going to depend upon your website, and this is just an example. I'm not going to guarantee anybody any numbers, all earnings disclaimers, all web, all that stuff. Please understand. So 1,000 visitors, let's say it leads to 200 people actually putting in their information. Now, out of those 200 people, you're going to actually have a percentage of those people go ahead and buy a product or a service or whatever it is that you're offering on your particular website. And let's say down here in your sales funnel, 10% of those people will actually buy. So let's say 20 people actually buy. And these are your buyers. So this is your website visitors. This is probably off the page, but whatever. 1,000 visitors, 200 leads, and then 20 buyers. Now, depending upon what you're actually offering is going to be whatever your commission per sale is. So whatever, let's just say it's a $50 commission, 20 buyers times 50 bucks, you made $1,000. So basically every single visitor that hits your site, you make $1 for. Again, that's just based off of those numbers. It's a hypothetical example. But this is really what a sales funnel is. And as you see us go through more of these videos, the different pieces of this funnel, whether it's the website or what happens when they put their name and email in, or how to convert those leads that put their name and email into that form into sales, all those things are going to be much more evident as we go along. The one thing that I wanted to just add on to this video, one of the things I promised you before you put your name and information in to get this training, was I wanted to just share with you one technique that I used to create over $14,000 in sales in a week. Actually, not sales, but profit, I should say. And it's this right now. What ends up happening is a lot of people just expect the website to do all 100% of the work for them. So if they have the 200 leads actually come into their website, they'll get maybe, let's say 15 of those sales, or 20 of the sales, whatever it is. The one technique that I actually used was if you use a webinar, you actually invite those people to a live webinar. We can actually answer some questions and stuff, and then at the end of that webinar, you give them some sort of incentive to buy now. You actually be able to close a lot more sales that way. And what was I going to say about that? You might be wondering, how am I going to do a webinar? How do I get access to that? How much does that cost? Don't worry about it. There's ways to do it cheap. There's ways to do it free. There's ways to spend money and get a higher quality webinar. But there's definitely ways that you can do webinars online. I'm not going to cover that in this video. Just to understand the power of webinars, and more of that training and everything actually is a little bit later in the course. And actually, if you decide to partner with us, one of the things that you'll get is access to another completely different training community. It's the Revolution Profits training community, and that's going to allow you to actually see a lot more videos of a lot more of this stuff in depth on the training that we're going to go over. So that is what is a sales funnel, and as we go, like I said, as we go through the trainings, you're going to be able to see more of these different parts as we go. So we'll see you in the next day of training, and take care.